2 hours before Sarah Hayes' baby shower, her mother's name flashed on her phone. The living room was already decorated with pastel balloons and a banner.
Sarah? It's Mom. I'm in the emergency room with chest pains. They're keeping me overnight. I'm so sorry, sweetheart.
She sank onto the couch, her hand pressing against her baby bump.
Mom, I'm coming to the hospital right now. I'll call Jason to drive me.
No, don't. Just cancel the shower for today. I'll call you later. I love you.
The call ended. Sarah stared at the dark screen.
Was that real? Her voice shook, but something felt off.
She sent the cancellation message to 43 family members, her voice breaking in the voice note, then slumped on the couch, still in her party dress. She pulled up the florist's website and ordered a premium bouquet with a card that read, "Get well soon, Mom. Love, Sarah." The delivery confirmation arrived. She sat among the half-decorated room, alone. Jason found Sarah still on the couch, surrounded by half-hung streamers. He knelt beside her without a word.
She called from the ER? Did you actually speak to a doctor?
Sarah didn't answer. Her mind had drifted back to the kitchen of their old house, where her mother's attention always landed on someone else. Linda would spend hours braiding Jessica's hair for picture day, while Sarah waited with a drawing she'd made in art class.
Not now, sweetie. Jessica needs me to look perfect. You understand?
Or at birthdays, when Linda's eyes never left Jessica blowing out the candles. Sarah learned to smile for the camera, but the ache never faded.
I'm right here. Why can't she see me?
Back in the present, Jason squeezed her hand, pulling her from the memory. Her phone buzzed on the cushion. The screen lit up with a notification. Jessica Hayes tagged you in a post. Sarah's thumb hovered over the icon. Something cold settled in her chest, a premonition she couldn't name yet. She tapped. The screen blazed with a brunch photo. Mimosas, pink balloons, and Linda Hayes laughing with a frosted cupcake.
She's not in a hospital bed. She's at a party.
She scrolled. Another photo. Linda sipping champagne, hugging Jessica under a "It's a Girl" banner. Then she saw it. On the buffet table, her own flower arrangement sat as a centerpiece. The "Get Well Soon" card turned away. Her thumb flew across the screen. Post after post, Linda blowing a party horn, Linda toasting, Linda laughing with strangers. Without thinking, she pressed the side buttons. The first screenshot flashed and saved. By the time she stopped, 71 images filled her camera roll. Every tagged post, every incriminating smile. She set the phone on her lap. The shock had drained out, leaving something harder in its place. She opened her files and created a new folder. Her thumb typed receipts, then moved all 71 screenshots inside. A cold smile touched her lips. She didn't call. She didn't text. She locked the phone and set it aside. Jason finally sat beside her again. He hadn't pressed, but the look on her face made his hand pause on her knee.
It was all a performance. The chest pains. The ER. She was at Jessica's party.
She held up the screen. Jason took the phone, his knuckles paling as he slid through the proof.
Your flowers are on the buffet table. She didn't even hide it.
I know, and I'm not going to call her. I'm not going to scream. This isn't a fight. It's a severance.
Within the hour, she pulled up her hospital pre-registration. The section for approved visitors was still blank. She typed Linda Hayes into the restricted list, then moved to the emergency contact field. When the hospital called to confirm, the nurse on the line asked if she was sure about the restriction.
Absolutely. She is not allowed in the maternity wing under any circumstances.
The next evening, Linda's name appeared on Sarah's phone. She let it ring twice before tapping the green button.
Sarah, honey, I'm so sorry about the shower. The doctors released me this morning. It was stress, nothing serious.
Sarah had already tapped the record button. Her voice came out flat, controlled.
I'm glad you're okay, Mom. Don't worry about the shower. We can figure it out later.
They kept me overnight for observation, but I'm home now. I promise we'll celebrate properly soon. I love you.
Of course. Talk soon.
The call ended. Sarah stopped the recording and saved it under a nondescript file name, then moved it into the receipts folder. The lie had been perfectly delivered and perfectly documented.
She still thinks I bought it.
She set the phone aside. No tears, no accusations, just the quiet weight of evidence no one else knew she had. The next afternoon, Sarah's phone chimed again. This time, a video call from Jessica lit up the screen.
Sarah, the gender reveal was perfect. Mom helped so much. I wish you could have been there.
Sarah propped the phone against a pillow, her face smooth as glass.
And the flowers you sent, Mom brought them. She said you wanted them to be part of the day. So sweet.
She told Jessica the flowers were from me for the party. She built a new lie on top of the old one. I'm glad Mom could be there for you. Tell me about the rest of the party.
Jessica chattered on, detailing the mimosas, the pink smoke cannon, the 40 guests who cheered when the confetti burst. Each detail was a small needle, but Sarah's smile never slipped. When the call ended, she placed the phone face down and let the silence return.
She has no idea, and maybe that's for the best. For now.
At her next prenatal checkup, Sarah sat in the quiet exam room, hands on her belly.
Blood pressure is good. I see you've requested a permanent restriction on your mother. This is serious.
On the computer, a field glowed. Visitor restriction. Linda Hayes, Dini access. Next to it, a blinking cursor.
It is confirm her restriction and note that she is not to receive any information.
Dr. Patel clicked save. The screen refreshed with a timestamp and her digital signature. Then Sarah opened the pediatrician forms on her phone, deleting Linda as emergency contact. The screen now listed only Jason and his mother. No Hayes name remained.
If she shows up, our staff will treat her as a security risk. Are you ready for that fallout?
I have an entire folder of proof. I hope it stays buried, but I'm ready.
The system was locked. Sarah walked out of the clinic feeling lighter than in weeks. That evening, Jason leaned against the hallway wall, phone in hand. His face was tense. He opened his thread with Linda and typed carefully. Sarah was devastated. You missed the shower. She needed her mom. Her reply came quickly. I told her it was a medical emergency. What more does she want from me? Jason's jaw clenched, but his reply was measured. He typed, I'm just trying to understand. She's 8 months pregnant and spent the day alone. Linda's response was immediate. I was in the hospital. I sent my love. Some things can't be helped. He didn't reply. Instead, he took a screenshot of the entire conversation. He sent it to Sarah with a short note. Another lie in writing. Her phone lit up. She added the screenshot to the receipts folder without a word. 3 weeks later, at exactly 39 weeks, Sarah bent forward on the couch with a sharp gasp.
It's now? I'll get the car. Hang on.
The drive blurred. At the hospital, everything accelerated monitors, bright lights. Her hand locked in Jason's.
I can't. It's too fast.
You're doing it. Breathe with me. Just one more push.
Then a high, fierce cry. The room flooded with gold light as the nurse placed a wriggling, wet baby on Sarah's chest.
Hey, little one. I've got you. We both do.
Hours later, in the recovery room, Jason held the wrapped baby by the window, the morning light soft on them. Sarah reached for her phone. The birth announcement template loaded, the field for grandmother blank and waiting. She deleted it without pause. The only notifications went to Jason's parents and close friends. Linda remained in the dark. The news slipped through the family grapevine. Linda heard it from a cousin who'd received the birth announcement.
She already had the baby, and nobody told me.
She grabbed a pink gift bag and drove straight to the hospital, her knuckles white. At the maternity ward desk, the nurse glanced at the screen and spoke with practiced neutrality.
I'm Linda Hayes. I'm here to see my daughter and my grandson.
The nurse turned the monitor. A red banner read, Restricted, Linda Hayes, Dini access.
That's a mistake. Let me through. I'm her mother.
Her hand trembled as she dialed Sarah. The call went straight to voicemail.
Sarah, what did you do? I'm at the hospital and they won't let me in.
She stood frozen, the gift bag dangling. Then, with a trembling breath, she turned and walked out, the banishment finally sinking in. Back home, Linda's shock curdled into fury. She paced her kitchen, then grabbed her phone and typed with shaking fingers. I'm your mother. How dare you block me from seeing my grandson? I know you're angry about the shower, but this is cruel. I was in the hospital.
Angry? She still thinks this is about a missed party, not about 50 years of choosing Jessica.
She opened the receipts folder on her phone. The 71 screenshots glowed in rows like evidence for a trial that would never happen.
One tap and she'd see herself laughing with that cupcake, using my own flowers as a centerpiece.
But she didn't tap. This wasn't about revenge. It was about removal. She closed the folder and set the phone aside. The screen lit up again immediately. Linda calling. Sarah watched it ring until it went silent.
Sarah, please, I'm begging you. Just tell me what I did wrong. I'm your mother.
She deleted the voicemail without listening to the end, then stood up and walked to the nursery. By morning, Linda had taken her hurt to a wider audience. Her Facebook status glowed with a broken heart emoji. The post read, "Sometimes the people you love most push you away for no reason. All I ever wanted was to be a grandmother." Aunt Rose forwarded it within the hour. The message landed on Sarah's phone with a single question mark, then another. Sarah, what is going on with your mom? She's beside herself.
She's not beside herself. She's spinning the narrative.
Sarah typed back. It's complicated, Aunt Rose. I have my reasons. Please trust me. Aunt Rose didn't press, but her final message held a warning. Honey, whatever it is, a mother's love shouldn't have limits.
A mother's love shouldn't start with a lie and end with a mimosa.
By evening, 3 more relatives had messaged. Sarah gave each the same careful closed-door answer. She set the phone on silent and picked up her son, pressing her cheek to his soft head. The outside noise would have to wait. The next afternoon, a call from Aunt Rose broke the silence. Sarah placed the baby in his bassinet before answering.
Sarah, honey, I've been so worried. Your mother is falling apart. Whatever happened, can't we fix this as a family?
Aunt Rose, I appreciate you calling, but this isn't something I can just fix with a conversation.
She said you blocked her from the hospital, that you won't even speak to her. It's breaking her heart.
Her heart? Aunt Rose, you don't know what she did. She lied to me, and it wasn't the first time.
What do you mean lied? She said she was in the hospital for chest pains. They kept her overnight.
She wasn't in a hospital bed. She was at a party, celebrating with Jessica. Ask her to show you the photographs.
A party? But she said she was in the ER. Oh dear, that's not right.
Sarah's voice stayed even. She wasn't going to send the proof, but she'd planted a seed. Aunt Rose ended the call with a shaky promise to look into it. Sarah set the phone down, her heart thudding, but her decision unchanged. That night, long after Jason and the baby slept, Sarah sat at the kitchen table and took out a pen. She wrote one line at a time. No draft, no pause. Mother, you made your choice. I am making mine. You chose a mimosa brunch over my baby shower, and you repurposed my flowers as party decorations. I have all 71 photos. I am not showing them to anyone. I am simply done. She folded the letter and set it aside. Then she printed every screenshot on glossy photo paper, the stack warm in her hands. She placed the stack inside a manila envelope and wrote receipts across the front in bold marker. She opened her desk drawer, the one that held her birth plan, and slid the envelope inside, pressing it flat. The key turned with a soft click. She tested the drawer. It held. She never sent it. That was never the point. The point was to bury it and move forward. 2 weeks after locking the envelope, Sarah's doorbell rang. Jessica stood on the porch with a gift bag and a nervous smile.
I had to meet my nephew, and I wanted to see how you are. Things with Mom are so weird.
She has no idea yet, but I can't keep this from her forever.
Sarah led her inside, past the baby in his swing. She opened the phone to the folder before her courage failed.
Before we talk about Mom, you should see this. I didn't send the flowers for the party. I sent them to the hospital.
Jessica took the phone. Her thumb swiped through the photos, mimosas, balloons, and Linda holding a pink cupcake.
This is her gender reveal. That's your flower arrangement on the table. Oh my god, she lied to both of us. She told me she felt guilty missing your shower, so she brought the flowers. I thought it was a sweet gesture.
I never told you because I didn't want to put you in the middle. But I'm done. She's not part of my son's life.
Jessica broke, burying her face in her hands. Then she reached for Sarah, and they held each other, a new alliance forged in old betrayal. 6 months had passed. The Hayes family chat buzzed weekly with new photos of the baby. "Look at those dimples," Aunt Rose typed. "He has Sarah's stubborn chin." The thread swelled with cousins and aunts, but the participant list never included Linda Hayes. In her quiet apartment, Linda sat knitting a tiny pink booty, her phone dark on the armrest. She picked it up and typed, "Sarah, please, just one photo." Then her thumb hovered over send, but she deleted it. The unsent words vanished. She set the phone aside and resumed knitting, the needles a lonely metronome. Jessica's due date was 2 weeks away. A fresh portrait of Sarah's son, laughing, had just been shared in the family chat. Jessica commented with a string of hearts, then typed a private message to Sarah. "I've barred her from my room too. She won't get past security. Let her show up." The old favoritism was dead. A quiet alliance had taken its place, built on truths Linda would never willingly tell. Linda drove to Jessica's house on a humid afternoon, a pink gift bag on the seat beside her. She climbed the steps and rang the bell, smoothing her floral dress with a practiced smile. The door opened to Jessica, arms folded. Her smile was tight, her eyes hard.
I brought a little something for the nursery. Can I come in? I've missed you.
Like you missed Sarah's shower? I know about the brunch, Mom.
Jessica thrust out her phone, the screen bright with a photo of Linda laughing with a pink cupcake. Linda's face went slack. The gift bag slipped from her fingers and landed on the porch with a soft thud.
You lied to me too. You used her flowers as a centerpiece. Don't come here playing the victim.
I didn't mean... Jessica, please. I love you both. You have to understand.
Jessica stepped back and closed the door without another word. The lock clicked. Final. That evening, Linda called Sarah 4 times. The first 3 went unanswered, but the 4th left a voicemail. "Sarah, I saw the photo. It looks bad, but you don't understand. Please, let me explain. I'm begging you." Sarah sat at the kitchen table, one earbud in, staring at the dark window.
She sounds broken, and yet every word is still about her.
She deleted the voicemail, then opened the receipts folder. The 71 screenshots fanned out like evidence.
One tap and I could forward the whole folder to Aunt Rose. End her pity party forever.
Instead, she scrolled slowly, pausing on a photo of Linda laughing with a pink frosted cupcake, her lips pressed into a thin line. Then, unexpectedly, a small, cold smile broke through.
You already lost, Mom. You just don't know how completely.
She locked the phone and set it aside, then walked to the nursery. The folder would stay sealed. 2 weeks later, Jessica went into labor. Sarah arrived at the hospital and held her sister's hand through every contraction.
Sarah, I can't.
A final push, and a wet, crying baby girl was placed on Jessica's chest. The room flooded with relieved laughter. Hours later, the family crowded into the recovery room. Jason held the baby boy, and Jessica cradled her daughter, wrapped in pink. A nurse offered to take a group portrait. Everyone squeezed in, smiles wide except one. Outside, Linda approached the hospital entrance with a pink gift bag, but a security guard stepped into her path. He checked his tablet and shook his head. Her name was flagged on the restricted list.
Please, I'm their grandmother. Just let me see them.
Inside, the family photo flashed, capturing a perfect moment without her. She pressed her hand to the glass, peering at their laughter. Then she turned and walked away, leaving the gift bag on a bench. A year later, the two cousins celebrated their first joint birthday in Sarah's backyard. Smoke rose from the grill, and toddlers squealed around the lawn. The sisters stood with arms linked, watching their children play. The old distance between them had vanished. Meanwhile, Linda sat in her armchair, scrolling through old family photos on a tablet. She stopped on a picture of young Sarah and Jessica, her finger trembling on the glass. The Family Tree app on her screen showed a broken line to her name, a grayed-out node with no recent branches. Sarah's desk drawer remained closed. Inside, the manila envelope had gathered a thin layer of dust. One day, she needed a notepad and opened the drawer. Her fingers brushed the envelope.
Some things are best left buried.
She closed the drawer and turned the key. The lock clicked, as it always had. At a department store, Linda passed a photo studio and stopped, staring at a newborn portrait. Her hand rose, then fell. In the park, Sarah pushed her son on a swing, the sun warm on her face. She didn't think about the drawer at all. Sarah sat on a park bench, her son babbling in the stroller. Her phone buzzed against her thigh. The screen glowed with a notification. Linda Hayes posted a memory from 1995. The caption read, "My baby girl. Before everything went wrong. I miss her so much it hurts."
That photo is older than the scar she left, and the missing still isn't about the child, but about herself.
She didn't read the rest. Instead, she tapped the 3 dots and opened the block menu. Block Linda Hayes. You will not see her posts. Her thumb hovered over confirm. She pressed it. The screen refreshed, and Linda vanished into silence.
Goodbye, Mom. For good.
She leaned back, feeling the warmth on her face. Her son kicked his feet, laughing at a passing dog. She didn't open the folder. She didn't need to. The receipts had done their work without ever needing to be seen. Months folded into years. In the department store, Linda still paused at the photo studio, her hand hovering over a newborn portrait. On her mantle, the postcard read grandson in decorative print. The photo slot had never been filled. Sarah's desk drawer stayed locked. The envelope inside gathered dust, its contents never revealed. One morning, she knelt with her son, helping him into tiny blue sneakers. He laughed. She smiled. She didn't need the folder anymore. The receipts had done their quiet work. Linda dialed Sarah's number one evening, but the call went nowhere. The block had held for years. The postcard remained on the mantel, its empty frame a quiet accusation. Sarah's son grew, his small world filled with people who simply showed up. And Linda Hayes, the woman who chose a mimosa over a baby shower, never held a single photograph of her grandson, not one.